I'm sure they'll remember us. It's thinking.
It's thinking about thinking. Oh, we're here. I
There
see
we are.
us.
We're live. There are two people. Hello, folks.
I wonder who it is.
Welcome. I don't
Maybe
know.
AB. That's my guess.
Oh, we're up to four.
And
We're up to four.
let's
Of
see.
course, I'm one of them.
Maybe 2.0 will be on later. I don't know. You talked
Maybe.
to her today.
Not
And
today, a couple days ago. I accidentally, this is a very funny story.
Brittany,
So,
maybe. Suzanne's
hi,
here. That's
Suzanne.
a
So, Stephanie 2.0, who's on here sometimes, used to work for me, and we live in the same town. And she was meeting at a coffee shop bookstore where I often go work during the day because that's what I like to do, get out of my house. And she was like, "Hey, I'm meeting with so and so, who's like the mom of one of my friends, who she did not know. They just managed to figure out that they know us in common." And I was like, "I'm literally pulling into the parking lot." And so then we just had like a mini Quilt Addicts Anonymous reunion for like an hour. And
that's
so that
awesome.
was fun. We got a lot
I
of people
never
on
run
today.
into people I know.
We got Suzanne, Catherine, Julie, Colleen, Joan is on,
Ada,
Ada's on. Hi.
super
Ooh,
fun.
let's
I'm
see when
always
they miss us when we take a week off.
oh my God. Well, was it a week or two? I have no idea.
We were 2 weeks ago. This is our
So
50th episode, people. And
somehow
I'm wearing the most old lady moo to
you
celebrate.
to sell I put on a bra to celebrate.
I'm,
Let's
I'm,
just
let me just say, I've been in this since about 3 o'clock this afternoon. So,
totally fine. It was your
but
get home and get changed thing.
yes, yes, I was
I
dressed up
literally had
nicely
to
today.
change because I went swimming today with the kids and I was still in a bathing suit hours
Later,
after being out of the pool. I had one of those little zip up covers. So
my hair would be fried if I did that.
I didn't feel like I was still in a swimsuit
Yeah.
until, like you can't sit in a wet bathing suit for hours. Like
I mean,
it
I used to be on
starts to be
swim
really
team.
uncomfortable. And then I became very aware of the fact that I wasn't wearing actual clothing and I went and got changed.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to wear a swimsuit on the internet either. That would not be very
Mm,
fun.
that's not on my bucket list.
Nope, not on mine either.
So, I mean,
Not on mine either.
I can't think of a situation. I mean, unless I got some extreme work done and I was very proud. I don't plan on being on the internet and wearing a
Yeah.
bikini or a swimsuit or even one of those wetsuit things that covers your whole body.
Oh God, no. So
This spandex thing.
there is a water ski show near where I'm at, and we went to go
It's
watch it
really
last
cool.
weekend because one of my friends was their kids was in it, and they're all wearing those, and I'm like, you can pay me enough money.
I lived on a lake in outside of the
Could
Quad
not
Cities.
pay me enough money.
I know that there were a number of kids in my junior high and high school that were a part of the backwater gamblers.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't care if I can water ski. Number one, I'm not climbing on top of people. And number two, I'm not wearing that costume. Just
I
not.
used to be very good at water skiing. And then last year I thought, I'm gonna try it again.
You can do it.
No, I
Sure.
cannot. Definitely cannot. There was no pulling me out of that damn water. I,
There's no
no,
motor big enough. There's no hope
apparently not.
enough to do it.
Hi, Donna. Donna's on. And Joan. Did we
Nice.
see Joan before? We may have said hi to Joan before.
Oh, I'm
But
sure. I everybody that's here has basically been here. Yes. I don't think we said hi to Joan this week. We
I don't think we
hello
did
to
this week.
everyone.
Hello.
We're
She's
seeing
pet
you all.
sitting and sewing bindings on. This is
Oh man.
actually part of the reason why I don't like binding because I cannot, like at that, up until that point, I keep the pet hair off the quilt. But if I'm going to sit down somewhere to bind it, that's when it's covered at
I
that point.
don't have any quilts that need bound. I'm pretty good at doing the binding part because I like the handwork. And I,
I
I
should just
machine
drop some
bind
off at
my
your
like
house.
heavy use quilts, which is most of my quilts.
Yeah.
Um, but I have a pile of quilts that need to be quilted. because I got my long arm back in case, and we
Yay!
said
Have you
that
played with it
last time,
yet?
I think, but like I got it up and running, I got it going and getting my groove back.
Have
I
you
kind of,
like played or have you been working on your dress because you don't want to be naked for
I've
this
been
event,
working on
which
my
is
dress
coming
because
then.
I don't want to be naked.
When is this event? Very soon.
Okay, so Frock Tales is like the answer is going to be up in the air if I look up. Yes. Okay. It's June 21st,
So you still have
22nd.
time. Yeah.
Yeah, but for somebody that doesn't know what they're doing, you can see part of my dress actually
I
behind me.
look, you have
It
the
has
top together.
sleeves.
You have the top together, and that is literally
I'm
the
working
hardest
on the
part.
bottom.
So you'll
I
be fine.
match. I'm in spirit. I have pockets. First time
Very
doing
exciting.
pockets. They look like little kidneys that stick out and then you pop them
They
in
do.
and they're perfect. And yeah, so I have to do the ruffling part now. And this is why we need a live session because
Okay. Do
yeah,
put the buttonhole thread in your machine right now. The
I
button
have
thread.
a I have a thick poly. It's not buttonhole, but it worked a lot better for the sleeves. So
Okay.
that's what we're working with because that's the
That'll be
best I
better.
have right now. And without Joann's available to me, and the fact that I only think of crafting on Sunday apparently when Hobby Lobby's closed,
It
I don't have
happens.
any thicker thread.
Jan says that the bottom part of the dress is easy, and I do agree. Although
It
there is
should
there's a
be.
ruffle right at the bottom.
There's a
You have
double
two
ruffle.
ruffles. Yeah, you have two ruffles
I have the ruffle that's going to go and like connect to the bodice. And then there's an additional set of ruffles on the bottom. I like
underneath. Yeah,
ruffles.
it's all good.
It looks like a good idea. Although it'll be really forgiving if I make any mistakes or, get it a little off.
The
It'll,
thing is, the event that you're going to, surely there are going to be people who are like flipping amazing, but everybody's going to be supportive of everybody no matter what level of
this
creation their
is
dress is
true.
in. So you're
There,
not
people
going
are
to
just
a place,
excited.
yeah, you're not going to a place you're going to be like, oh, I can totally tell you made that. Like, that's
Right.
not the vibe.
Like I'm not going
Not
to
going
the
to be the
Met
vibe at all.
Gala in my own dress kind of
Yeah.
situation. I think I showed my handbag the last time, but I got the chain for it.
Ooh,
The chain showed up. And so I have my handbag. Ooh la la. It's all
very
glued
nice.
together.
Looks adorable. I like
So,
it.
I got a
How are
thing.
your shoes going? I know you were thinking about the shoes, but have you done anything with them yet?
I am stuck on the shoes. I do have my other machine up and working so that I'll be able to quilt it out, but that's something I could definitely use some advice on today. Um,
I think Donna's made shoes.
I could use advice on just trying to figure out. I have too many fabrics for not enough room on a pair of shoes. And I'm waiting on ribbon and it has not shown up. I did only order it Tuesday, but it has not shipped yet, which means it won't ship till like Monday or so,
Yeah.
which means I won't get it till late next week. Um, I
So you
like
tried
this
to do like a
company.
top stitching ribbon situation?
Yeah,
Okay.
just like some stripes
Yeah.
along,
That makes sense.
kind of Adidas style, but not
Yeah.
Adidas
I can
style.
totally see what you mean.
Um, they have ribbon that is the exact same as this fabric right here.
Okay.
And so I was going to do that on it,
Hmm.
but given the time period, and then I haven't decided if I'm doing the black soles or they call it
I feel
gum
like what
colored
you need to
soles.
do
Hmm.
is like get your dress done.
Yeah, I know.
And
Although I'm not far from that.
then when that's done, then you can get your quilting stuff prepped because you could always put the ribbon on as a top stitch when everything else is ready to go.
Yeah.
So you can get it all prepped and ready to go. So that way when it arrives, you just pop that sucker on there and then assemble. Can you
Yeah, I'm
tell that
not
I've maybe done stuff like this before when I've been on a
maybe.
deadline?
Maybe. It's possible.
Donna has made sneakers, she's confirmed.
Yes, I was it like how long does a project like that take? The problem is that I really need the color combination needs to be right, kind of like the handbag. It needs to be the right
Yeah.
proportion of combining red and blue without necessarily having a fabric that screams Americana, because that's not what I'm going for at all. And it's
Yeah.
very hard to combine red and blue without it portraying too much Americana look. I want it to be contrasting, but like if you look at the bag, you have the
Yeah,
red
that
and blue,
doesn't
but you have a lot of other things going on, but it still goes with the red dress.
yeah, exactly. I
So
get
it's
what you mean.
kind of a there's just not a lot of room on a pair of shoes. Plus, I have to decide the most important thing. What am I going to put on the toe? Because there's such an opportunity to fussy cut there.
There is. Do you have more butterflies?
I do have some butterflies, actually. I pulled them
Because that could
out.
be
I don't
cool
have that
if the
butterfly.
sizing is right.
I have these butterflies.
That could if the sizing works, I think that could be cool.
The sizing of this is right on. This is too big, and they're not going to
Yeah,
be next to each other. They're,
yeah,
they're going to be pretty far away. And it's not necessarily that it's matchy, but it has the colors in it
yeah.
that I need, but I'm not sold. It's a little
Jan
dark.
says excellent and pretty purse.
Oh, thank you, Jan. I'm really excited with how the purse turned out. I I got featured on Orifil. I was really excited about that. So
She
Orifil
was she
does like
was
a
texting me
weekly.
like immediately.
I know Orifil does like a weekly thing. I tried to get an artisanship this year and I didn't get it, but that's okay because when they do a weekly thing that if you're one of their hashtags or whatever, they go through their stuff and they pick 10 to showcase every week. And that handbag got chosen as one. And not only did it get chosen as one, it got chosen as the feature picture. So,
Which is awesome.
yay, I'm number one.
Yay for
I was
Chantel.
just really excited that I made a purse and
Donna
these
says
next.
she made them between 10 and 4 in the class. The prep time, however, takes a while because you have to quilt the fabrics and sandwich
Oh, I'm
it
not
and
worried
also
about
make the
that
binding.
part.
Yeah.
That part I'm good
So
at. I got that
that's
part
your
down.
easy part.
It's the design process part. I have let's see what I have here. I have a whole bucket of fabrics to choose from. I kind of thought the entire shoe, except for the toe,
I
could
feel like
be
if
in
you go
something like
that
this.
light, they're gonna get gross and you're
Oh,
gonna
they're gonna
regret
get
your life
gross, but they're
choices.
gonna be beautiful. I'm caring more for the I do have that stuff that makes your shoes like canvas,
Yeah.
like the oleo, whatever. I have more
Hmm.
accent of this. I like this together personally, but this is very linear,
Yeah.
and I think it's going to show
I
as
think it's
very
kind of a
linear.
larger scale too. And I'm assuming your feet, well, I mean, we have the same size shoe. Your
Yeah,
feet are
it's
small.
like I'm like an 8.5. I love this fabric, but unfortunately, those
I think
dots are
scale's too big.
so large that I'm gonna lose it. Of course, I mean I do have the mini dot, which is almost the opposite scale issue.
If you wanted that as like a binding, you could maybe do that.
I wanted to do my dress fabric as the binding, but then you start to see all this stuff together, and you're like, yeah, I can see this like working,
Yeah.
but not for a pair of shoes. I need like a laptop bag. That's the
I
scale. I did
oh,
find some roller skates.
she hasn't actually made the sneakers yet, Ada. She's figuring
I'm
out
in the
fabrics.
process of choosing what to do. I have roller skates. I've been hoarding these for a long time. These
That
would
could
be a
also be
great
fun.
toe because you all know how I love to roller skate. I have little mushrooms.
I think I have that fabric too somewhere.
I love this fabric,
Similar
but it
fabric.
goes really well with the other colors that are over here. So you start to
It
see
does.
it pull together things that you wouldn't think of. But I'm not so happy with this like fleshy pink. That sounds gross, but it does. It looks like a band-aid. It
If
is what
I
it
were
is.
you, I would be more inclined to go with the less white fabrics for the shoe, just because I know that
So
I
far,
get shoes
none of this
dirty.
stuff works because I either don't have enough of it or like for the outside of the shoe, or the scale is off.
Yeah.
And I have scraps of this and I can't get this anymore. I This is a couple years old. And the scale is big on this, but
Yeah.
it turned
You
out
wouldn't be able to
cute
do it
on that
anyway.
bag, but
It's not going to work for that.
mm-mm. I have some others that are like good color, bad scale. Great color, bad scale. It's whistles. But the
So,
color is
for those of
perfect.
you who are trying to get this as an educational situation, Chantel is making shoes. So, she's trying to find something that both fits her color scheme and is going to be small enough to where you can see the design on it without it being overwhelming. So, that is Chantel's
A
conundrum at the
large
moment.
polka dot is really cute, except when you have it on a shoe and then you're just like, what are these white blotches
And
across her
Chantel
shoes?
was an interior designer in a past life. So, she actually went to school for these things.
And so it bothers me a lot
Yes.
if I
Holly wants to know if
oh,
you've
and
thought about the sneakers that have embroidery on them.
I haven't thought about doing that, although I'm not a big embroidery person. I do a little hand embroidery. I have the machine for embroidery, but that's a whole nother skill level that I need to figure out.
Yeah, I've never dabbled in that myself.
I have intentions of learning it eventually and in a future life.
Yes.
I've embroidered some names on towels.
You need to
Donna did
make
that too,
me
if I remember right.
you need to make me monogram towels for my bathroom.
Yeah, the ones that say ass.
Yes, absolutely. That's my monogram, just in case anybody was wondering. My husband's name is Adam, mine is Stephanie, our middle name is Sabine. It's a thing.
So yeah, basically no matter how you put it on there,
Yes.
your name is ass. So
It is ass. So
so here's the bottom of the shoes. I think I'm gonna use the gum ones. This is called gum.
yeah. Is
The
there
good
like
news is
padding
that if
that
they
goes
turn
in
up,
there? Because that
yeah.
looks uncomfortable.
So you sew it. It has holes and stuff, but then it
Hmm.
has like a
Okay,
sole that goes in there. But so that you can get to all these.
that makes sense.
Yeah. I don't
It's
know.
very
I might
interesting.
just wing it. Sometimes the best projects are done when you're like, okay, I've thought and I've thought and I've thought. Why don't I just sew up a quilt sandwich and
I do
cut?
that all the time. Like whenever I was designing quilts, like I would have to look at it and then I would have to just walk away and do something completely different and then it would just come to me.
I feel like because
That still
I do like
happens
this
whenever
one
I'm
too.
doing creative stuff. I'll be like thinking and I can't think of anything and I'm like blocked and then I go do something else and then I'm like, oh well, this is how we're gonna
I
handle it. Or I
I've
call
been blocked for
Chantel
days.
and I'll be like, hey, what do you think about this?
That's
One of the
basically what
two.
I'm doing with all of you right now is like,
Yes.
what is the answer, guys? I don't know. I also have, well, okay, I don't think this will work at all. This is Liberty. It's lawn. I would
No,
have to shape flex this, but look at how cute it is.
it is cute. I still think you're going to be worried about scale, though. I think that check is too big.
Although I think that would look cool in graphic, especially quilted, it would pop, but
Yeah.
it's not what I want. I don't know what I want. I want to not have to buy anything. Yes, we need fresh eyes on the project.
True. Very
If all
true.
else fails and I don't end up with homemade shoes, it's not going to be the end of the world. But
It would still be very cool, and it
I,
would be highly impressive.
I'm kind of torn between like this and this. This is another one I bought. It's a little,
So if you do
it's
this, if you do the beaded ones, will the
mhm.
beads be going like up the
The
foot,
beads
or
would
will they be
actually
going
kind of go a bit
horizontal?
at an angle. So
Okay.
let's see the pattern piece. Where are you,
Because
pattern
I think that
piece?
would look cool if they're like going up, like they're headed up the leg, you know?
They would kind of end up doing this. They'd be a little bit at an
Okay.
angle. So they'd be cutting down across. I don't know. It might just have to quilt it out a small piece of it
I think you
and
also
cut
could
it and
totally
see.
turn it the other way and it would be cool.
That's true. Yeah, do it this way.
Yeah, because then
Because it's
it
still
won't be
on a
as
grain.
obvious, and it won't be as obvious that it's
You're
like
right.
going in
It
weird ways.
it won't feel so like horizontal,
Yeah, because
linear.
it's not like it's a straight line of dots. They're kind of undulating a
Yeah.
bit.
And then if I had the red ribbon. So I guess maybe I'll go with that. I really wish the whistles were smaller because I just love all the colors in it, but this is very old fabric, so we gotta
Work
be
with what you got.
wise. Yeah, actually the other one's very not I mean, that's an old cotton and steel,
Yeah.
like a Melody Miller type or something.
Catherine says both are very pretty.
The problem is what's gonna go with the dress.
I
And
think
of
if you
course,
bring in,
Centula mini dot isn't going to be sad, but it's a little plain for me. For me. For
I
most
feel like
people, this would be like you have hot pink dots on your shoes, and you'd be like, you don't understand. It's not hot pink.
if you wait for the ribbon, like you get everything ready, and then you
Hmm.
add the ribbon as your like pop of red, and then you
Hmm.
do the binding with the red from your dress, it'll be perfect. You'll have your combination of blue and red. It won't look Americana.
The best thing about the shoes, though, is that I can literally take them apart and make a new pair of shoes out of them if I need to.
This is true.
Although it'd be a pain in the butt to make bias binding and then not end up using it, like, to take it
Accurate.
apart. But whatever. I mean, the bag, I eventually made a decision. It turned out cute. The It has a little thing on the inside that says me made. I was happy with my little,
That's awesome.
yeah.
You should do
So, I
that
mean,
blue dot as a lining of your shoe because then
I
it'll
was going to do
match the lining of your
bananas.
purse.
You know how
Of
I feel
course, you
about
were going to do
bananas.
bananas. I texted Chantel today because I saw an Aldi Isle of Shame
Are
butter
you guys Aldi
pool float.
people?
And she's like, girl, I already have three of those. I'm like, oh my
They're
gosh.
not just any pool floats. They are sub sandwiches and sticks of butter.
Let me
They
pull
are
this up
so funny. So, of course,
because,
I have them already. I got them
uh,
the night before they were supposed to be released.
yeah, so
So good.
this is what you can currently purchase in the Aldi Isle of Shame if you have a pool and you also need a butter floaty.
I'm
And
just
I saw
saying,
it and I
who doesn't
immediately
need that?
thought Chantel would want this. And then she's like, I already have three.
I bought out the store. It's fine.
It's funny.
They're so cute. The sandwich, the sub sandwich, it's like, and then I bought banana floaties today for the pool, like rockers. So it's
Yeah,
just
she
going to be a
told me about
whole
that.
bunch of people like chicken fighting on bananas with sticks of butter, floating on sandwiches. It's going to be like lunch.
Yeah,
It's going to be great.
it'll
I'm
be fun.
excited.
I bet you are.
Hmm.
You're gonna enjoy that,
Oh, my stomach speaks for itself, apparently.
clearly.
So you're really
You're gonna
sewing things together finally. You've kind of decided, or you just going for it?
who me?
Yeah, for this.
I mean,
Are you
no,
just
I'm
putting
I'm still
the,
adding stashing. So I've got
mm,
stashing on one side but not the other.
got you.
So my
So
goal
you,
is to make it through one stack here before I fade for the night. So
so
we are
Costco,
probably not going super late tonight. I'm warning you all now.
Costco now has a faux high noon
Is it good?
called vodka and soda.
Because I am a fan of the Costco.
So this says vodka with real fruit juice, sparkling water, and natural flavors. And this says made with vodka and real fruit juice. Vodka with real fruit juice, sparkling water, and natural flavors. John's like,
I,
we could save $10 a week if we switch to this. And I was like,
but is it good?
since we need somebody to sponsor us, let's taste test because nobody knows these flavors better than I do.
This is accurate.
It's the exact same milliliters. It's the exact same volume of alcohol.
Speaking of, I need to text my husband to actually no. I'm about done. I'm gonna have to
Best
leave and go
served
get
cold. This says best
my
served
second one.
cold. This is 100 calories. This is 100 calories. I mean, they're not even trying to pretend that it is a separate product.
Oh, that's funny.
It's not even Real juice, no sugar added, no high fructose corn syrup, no artificial
Oh,
flavors.
before you do your taste test, we have a real cool team question. Donna Donna wants to know. Um,
Oh, on your
she
Moxie. Okay.
Yes. So she is trimming the back and batting, and is it the right form? So what I everybody does is different. What I like to do is I like to trim 1 inch around the top of, like, where, like, my top, we're gonna pretend this is my top. I'll trim like 1 inch out to the side. So that way I can get my binding on and my feed dogs have something to grab onto on both sides. And then once I have my binding on, I trim again so that it's now even with the edge of the quilt top, if that
So
makes sense.
I disagree. I cut it off
Other
my
people do
frame.
it different.
I
So,
trim to the size that I want, and then I put that binding on right on the edge where I
yeah.
want it.
So it is personal preference all the way.
Some people will put the binding on the frame.
Yeah, I
I
know.
don't know how they do that kind of magic. Some people
There's
will serge theirs on and they use the thread in the bottom as the gluable kind of thread. Have you heard this? And you
I
can
have
fold
heard about
over.
doing this, but I've never tried
And
it.
I've never tried it. It seems like that's up your alley. It's like this.
I mean, yeah, let's be honest. Um, Most of these quilts have binding that's not actually sewn down. It's all
It's
just
just
glued
glued
down.
on,
Yeah, I should have
you
bought
know,
stock and steam a
the
seam a
magic
long
of
time ago.
Hollywood.
But
That's funny.
but yeah,
Yes, we totally do know how to sew. We are just,
we're quite good. We just
we can
also
do it.
enjoy having Friday nights where we drink some
And
beverages
we have no
and
children
shoot.
here.
Oh, mine are gone for a week and a half, and I just want to tell you that you are not messy. Your children are messy. My house has been fabulously clean for 2 entire days because my children have not been here to mess it up. Fabulously clean. I put things down, they stay there. I clean the living
It's
room, it stays
amazing.
that way. It's shocking. Just
You
shocking.
see, yeah, I wait until your husband has a day off, and then you realize that that's one of the kids too.
Oh, lovely. He's pretty good. Although I did realize that Remy lifted his leg on the toilet in the bathroom. Either that or
At
Adam
least he
really
did it
missed
on
in the
the
middle of the
toilet.
night. I mean, it was
I
like
have a
next
quilt over
to.
here that I need to soak because Ben decided to lift leg on my quilt top.
Lovely. And it probably
On
isn't
the
quilted yet.
bias, we just kind of let it dry. It is what it is
Okay.
now.
Donna's got real questions. She agrees with Chantel. When do I take the quilt off? I trim the bottom close to the edge, then I do the rest of the table. Okay, yeah. So she's good. She's got it. We're good.
But I like the idea of having more to like grip onto
That helps
because
me a lot.
sometimes your binding wants to kind of like a
Like do
boat,
one
you
of
know, kind
these.
of
Yeah.
sway around. Um, but I'd be afraid that I wouldn't get it trimmed the way I want it trimmed. I don't know. Maybe I'll give it a shot next time. Huh. Now you have me pondering.
Thoughts.
Well, we're gonna try this not high noon. We'll call
Yes.
it late
Now we
afternoon
can do the taste test.
because this is $20 for the entire box instead of 30. It smells different. I'm going to tell you right now. I've drank enough of these to know that that's a little more it has more smell. That's not the same.
That is
It's not
that is not
bad.
a good phase.
It's not it's not bad at all.
It's just
It's
not the same.
just not the same peach flavor as the other one.
So for me, it's more
It tastes
along
more
the
like a diet
lines.
soda,
Yeah, no, I wouldn't like that.
but it's still really good. But it has that like hmm,
Like I've just been buying the 4 packs of the black cherry, and that's like gets me a week or two.
good for you. I can't say the same. My box doesn't have just four in it. We were
Well,
talking about this. I was like, I don't pay for a therapist. I pay for high noon.
I maybe need a therapist again. I need to find one. Lord
I could
almighty.
drink this easily,
You
but
sure you want to let
it's
John know that? Maybe not.
maybe. It depends what the other ones are because this one comes in peach, watermelon, and pineapple.
Yeah.
And the box I usually buy is peach, watermelon, and pineapple. So we have to see if the other flavors
Are
are
equally.
tasty as well.
Those are my least favorite flavors of all of them.
Oh,
This
have
is
you
why
tried
I
grapefruit?
no, I don't
Ugh.
like it at all.
Oh,
Not at all. This is why I just buy the 4 pack of black cherry. I'm like, just give me the good stuff. That's all I want.
I don't have a lot of research, but from what I know, black cherry is the best liked. Everybody seems to agree.
It's all
Thank
good.
you for coming to my taste test, guys. This is what we do on Fridays.
I sent
Now
her
we're
a
going to sew
video.
things in straight lines after drinking. That's what we're going to
Well, I might need to go open a second one and see how straight of a line I can. So
do.
that'll be
now,
entertaining.
now this is a test.
Stephanie's gone through 1.5 hours. We need another.
We need another.
Stephanie had a day.
I have a whole little pile of drinks over here. Now, they're not all from today. Sometimes they just kind of get left there.
Oh, mine are accumulate as well. I'm pretty
They
bad
just
about it.
kind of live there. It's all good. No shame in that. I mean, some shame for some, but not for me.
Yeah,
We live pretty close to Wisconsin.
we
I
do.
mean,
It's all good.
have you seen that map that's like alcohol abuse, overusage by
I have
state?
not, but I'm
And
sure
everything
Wisconsin
is
is like
like
the worst.
it is hilariously red and purple compared to the rest of the country. Oh, what kind of stores sell high noon? So I buy mine at Costco. I don't
I
think they
get
have them everywhere.
we get them at the grocery store. I've seen them at Walgreens.
I
Like
know, but they're not everywhere. Like you go to other
we're in the Midwest
airports and
though.
other parts of the country and they won't have them.
Yeah.
It's very disappointing.
I
And they
know
are not
there's like
they're Mhm.
distribution stuff for alcohol because like in the Stone Ages, not that it was that long, 16 years ago when I got married, when we went to Hawaii, we
The Stone
toured the
Ages.
Kona Brewing Company brewery when we were there. And it was great. We loved it. We loved the beer. We drank it all the time we were there. It was like 10 years before it showed up in the grocery stores around us. And now that's like all my husband buys when he's not buying cheap Bush Light. But
Which was
Donna
great because I
Donna
totally
says
brought him
drink
a ton of beer the other
Wisconsinably.
day.
She did. She brought over a fair amount of booze that had been, well, not booze,
So we
beer that had
had
been
a
brought to
big
her house.
party. Somebody provided a lot of the alcohol, and it just wasn't stuff that we drank. So we're not heavy
And my
drinkers, but
husband
we know
is
what we
like a
like.
trash can, and he
He's a
does
little
not
trash
care.
panda.
He is. He does not really care. He will
He
just
doesn't
drink
care.
whatever he's given.
He's just happy to drink it. And so we trash panda'd him up.
Something.
We just gave him all the extra beer that was left behind that we were like, we don't we just don't have time. Like I have so much wine with drink Wisconsinably.
I know. Isn't that funny?
Oh, I'm keeping that one in my pocket. That's great.
So my children
Oh,
now reliably like go to bed and stay to bed,
oh, that's
which is
beautiful.
which is
That's a good
lovely.
story. Just end it
I
there.
know, just end it there. But we're gonna be up with my parents for a week in their Wisconsin place, and they're on a lake, and I can literally walk half a mile down the road to like the bar, and it's like a
Far
it's
cry
on a
from where you
it's on
lived as a
it's
child.
on like oh ferry. It's on like a boat launch, so people like launch their boats and then go drink. And
Nice.
I was like, so mom and dad, how do you feel about Adam and I getting a date night? Like one night when we're up there, where like the kids go to bed and we just go walk down the street. And they're like, as long as you can walk yourself back. And I'm like, I'm not gonna drink that much. You don't have to worry
As
about that.
long as you can walk yourself.
We
That
got a
is the
problem.
standard.
We got a problem if we can't do that. Let's see. Colleen looked for him because of us. See, we need to be sponsored by High Noon.
I
I'm telling
told you.
you.
I mean, when bigger and better things happen for us and we can actually keep it together on a Friday night, maybe it'll
Yeah.
happen.
I
Otherwise, Kirkland's signature is here for me at $10 cheaper.
There we go. That's funny.
It's not bad. It's just not the exact same.
So what number anniversary is it for you tomorrow?
Oh, I have an anniversary tomorrow. 17 wedding.
Oh my goodness.
I know, right?
I'm like a year behind you.
I know. Because
Going to
I
mine.
remember what I wore to your wedding. I remember being in like some of the
Were
best
we
shape of my
still
life.
were we still in the poof phase? Hang on, I gotta take these off.
Oh yeah.
Where you like
You didn't have to take that off. Your headpiece did
where
it
you
for
do one of
you.
where you do one of
Oh,
these
I have
with
that
the
in my
hair?
wedding picture.
Yes.
And
It was
honestly, I still
it
think
was
it's
the
cute.
it was a snooky style, is
Well, it
what it was.
depended on how poofed you got. All right.
Oh
If
my
you were wearing
gosh.
a bump it,
Speaking of wonderful husbands. Thank you,
it's
dear.
my turn, Adam.
Chantel says she needs some, but it's also her night. This is not the first time she's told
Go.
him that this evening.
No. We
I was on the
fight.
phone
So
and
he gets
she's like, it's my
Saturday,
night.
I get
My night
Friday.
with her.
We have like
Joint
shared
custody.
custody.
You
Yeah.
do. Of me. It's all good.
I keep drinking it and like looking at it like you're not
Not quite
quite
what
the
you're
same.
expecting. It's all good.
It's not bad at all. It's so the difference between these and like White Claws is that they
Donna
don't taste
says,
beerish.
congratulations, by the way.
Oh, thank you. I still like him a lot.
That's a
So
very
that's a
good
pretty
thing.
big deal.
See, here's the difference between like this stuff and
You
then
and
the
me?
sugary
No, I'm
crap
just kidding.
that no, that we drank in college. Is this is like actually has no sugar for you and you don't feel like your teeth is wearing or like a sweater after you've had like a Smirnoff Ice or something.
Oh, yeah. And the other thing is that they're really not that strong. So,
Yeah,
I mean, I used to drink IPAs all the time, and some of those have like 8% alcohol. It'd be like two of those.
dying. Yeah. Bye,
And they
Donna.
are,
Have a good night.
bye,
Oh,
stay with
goodness.
us, have fun.
I know. I don't think we're going super late tonight. I had a
Well, I
day
got
and
to
a
get these
half today.
ruffles in at least.
You get your ruffles. I'm gonna try and make it through my stack. I can't finish halfway through a stack. It's not possible. I gotta get it laid flat or it's gonna be a wrinkled mess by next week. But
Okay, that's fair. You're surviving just fine so far.
now, for now. But oh, but
I think this will
yeah,
work. Maybe.
I think I've worked at the coffee shop every day this week. I might have
I
to go
think
again
you live
tomorrow.
there, like the
I
people
do.
in,
I know all the names.
I
It's
swear,
all
you
good.
just live there.
It's like
It's your day
very
place.
welcoming and opening space.
Hi, Ada.
I'm actually going to be teaching an EPP class there in July.
Say
We're
what?
just gonna we're just gonna make some little hexies because the power situation there is weird because it's a really old building in like downtown Moline, which is an old city. And
Yeah.
so like I would be there all day long if they had dinner or like food beyond like, muffins
Oh
and if they
yeah.
had power.
She really would.
They have these
She
little
wouldn't leave.
generators that I can plug into, but it doesn't last for long with my computer. So I can be there as long as my computer is juice and then I gotta split and go home. But um so I was like, we gotta do some hand stuff. So I brought in my little hexies and I was like, we can make these and everyone can put together a little hexie flower. You don't have to know what you're doing before you do it. We don't have to have power. And
I love
there's,
that.
yeah, so I'm teaching it but literally the week before I go on the cruise, which I may regret those life choices later, but I feel like that's not going to be that bad.
Oh, I think it'll be fine.
Yeah.
What did I do here?
Just have to buy a boatload of glue pens. That's about the only thing.
I have a whole bunch of um Elmers that I use
Yeah.
for that, but I only use Elmers every once in a while. All right, we're getting somewhere. We're at least
On your
getting
ruffles.
the we're getting the, the whatever. The things in the thing.
It's so descriptive, Chantel.
There will be a ruffle at the end.
It's like when you say to your husband, honey, can you grab the thing? It's on top of the thing next to
It's on
the
this,
whatchamacallit.
it's in the
You
kitchen
know
on
what I'm
the
talking about,
thing.
right?
Yeah. I don't understand why they don't understand.
I know, right?
So descriptive, incredibly clear.
So, are you doing anything for your anniversary? Did you? I know I was supposed to babysit, and then I blew up my life today.
Failed. No. John said he's making meat. So
Well, of course
normal,
he is. Yes.
normal John things at this point.
I think we are going to go to the Dizzy Horse again.
To the what?
The Dizzy Horse. It's a
Oh, the couch
the
place.
the place that was supposed to be a dive, but is really absolutely amazing.
That's awesome.
Where they gave me far too many
The
beers for
sofa
free
place.
because my husband is their UPS driver.
Your
And
husband's just using Saturday against me.
he is basically. Well, I told him I was like, "Hey, we're not going Saturday because I'm gonna be at Chantel's." But then
But then
today
he
was
used
the
it against
day.
me.
Today was the day, and it didn't work out.
It's okay.
It's all good. We all have those days sometimes.
What is everybody else working on? I don't think we actually
Yes, we
asked.
haven't asked that question.
We
You're
have
quite
no
rude.
manners.
None whatsoever. Don't everybody
We're
type all at once.
over
Oh, I
here
forget. There's
deep
a
in,
time delay. I forget about the time delay all the time.
and we're like staring at the thing and then it
For like,
doesn't,
there's no answers. Nobody's answering us.
nobody's
But
answering. No, wait, I swear we're not
no, the
dumb.
food at this place is just absolutely phenomenal. And it was not at all what I was expecting. Not one bit. Now, here's what we need to take bets on though. Is my introvert husband going to sit at a couch? Or is he going to prefer bar seating again so we don't have to speak to anybody?
Ooh.
And question number two, will I be so entertaining that I get free beers again? This is question number two.
Oh, question one, bar. Question two, yes. Is there money on this or something?
I
Because I'm
mean, I
gonna
think we could
win.
put some in. I think we totally could.
Because man, I mean, he might sit at a sofa for you, but he would never do it for himself.
Here's the thing. I need to lose about 30 more pounds before I can comfortably sit on a cushy couch and eat a meal. And like
Eating
do
a
all
meal
the
on a
leaning
cushy couch
forward.
is a thing.
Yeah, yeah.
You're
It
right.
would be
It's like a
challenging.
sport.
Like you got to lean forward, and you and I are short, so our feet don't always reach the ground and have our backs against the back at the same time.
Tiny
It's a challenging
torsos.
situation. A very challenging situation. Catherine's working on a baby quilt, charging her
Oh,
battery right
nice.
now. Free motion quilting. That's fun.
We tried to free motion quilt on air and it takes too much.
It's too
Listening
much thought.
is fine.
Yeah, too much thought.
All right, we're gonna
I
see if
think
we
I've
ended up
got
with anything
maybe
here.
like two more lives on this, and then I'm gonna have to actually like do it offline and put it the
What do you
rest of the way
mean?
together.
Oh,
Like when
like
I get to
the
actually putting this together, I'm gonna have to like de-dog hair my bed and lay everything out and work
dog
upstairs.
hair, my bed.
I mean, yeah, it's shedding season for the Basset Hounds. It's bad, very bad.
That's fair.
I should see if I can arrange a dog sitter when I'm gone rather than having to board the mutts. That would be wise.
You know I would take them, but at the same time, it would be insane.
No, it would be, you don't want them all. I would never do that to you. It would ruin our friendship. Remy would pee on
It
everything in the
would ruin
house.
our friendship.
Remy would literally pee on everything in your home. Absolutely everything. And
There,
Willow would
yeah, there
never
is a
come in the
certain
house.
amount of antique and mid-century things that I might have a problem with. Yeah.
So yeah,
In the
he is
sake of friendship, I will not watch your dogs.
he can be a naughty boy.
That's okay. I wouldn't make you watch Cubby. He would.
Eat
We
some
both have a
socks.
naughty boy dog.
Who is our complete and utter shadow and cannot be like mine is
And
literally right down here.
I'm
He is
sure
as
Cubby's
close to
just
me
outside the
as he
door.
can get. Oh goodness. I've seen
They're
that
funny.
though, that boy dogs attach to women more like strongly.
We had a boy llama that hated women, but that's a different story.
A boy llama.
Yeah,
This must be
at the
on the
family
farm.
farm.
Okay.
So
Did I ever
it's
tell you about the time I was bitten by an ostrich? I always use this
no.
as my two truths and a lie thing. So if you're ever playing this game with me and I say I was once bitten by an ostrich, that is the truth. I was,
Everybody
it's
go
not
write it
even a good
down.
story. It's not even a good story. I was
No?
literally at the Shadow County Fair when I was like a teenager and I put my hand on the like fence and this big giant ostrich just goes hump and like bites my finger. It didn't hurt. It didn't break any skin or anything, but it scared the living bejesus out of me.
Oh yeah, I would.
I was like, what the heck? So
That
if you
is
ever play that game with me and that's
hilarious.
what I tell you, that's the truth. I was bitten by an ostrich once.
I,
Ah.
I,
Catherine says she has an elderly cat who loves to sit on her table while she's sewing. Yeah, it's just
oh, that's kind of cute.
it's
Our
just
our
challenging.
animals just want to pee on our things mostly.
I just have one. The Basset Hounds are fabulous. They don't do anything they shouldn't do.
They're
But it's
younger
kind
though, aren't they?
well,
Well, Remy's not that
Remy's
old, but he's
Remy's
just kind of
damaged.
naughty.
He's a damaged boy because he was with a family for his first year of life. Well, a man and his girlfriend who got pregnant, who decided that Remy was too rambunctious to be around a baby. And so my octogenarian
Plot
grandparents decided
twist there.
they should then take this wild dog. And I looked at my husband when they got they're in their 80s, like solidly in their 80s, and they get a 1-year-old dog. And I was like, well,
A
honey, that's gonna be our
rambunctious
dog.
dog.
Yeah, that's gonna be our dog someday. So they couldn't, I mean, they did their best with him, but he was especially toward the end when my grandma was sick, he had the run of the house. He did whatever the hell he wanted. So he now has major separation anxiety, and if he thinks he's alone, he will go pee on something. And
Including the bed.
yeah, especially my bed if I'm like really alone. Like one time we laughed and we specifically said, if you are not with him, he's going to be crated. And I don't think that dog sitter listened to a single thing we said because we got home and he had peed on every single pillow on my bed. And I'm like, oh my God, this is so bad. So bad.
We had a dog that peed on our bed too, and it was not appreciated, but
Well,
she was
yeah,
very old and, we kind of like let her get away with whatever she did
she was old and
because she
dying.
didn't care anyways. She was never that dog that was like, "Oh no, I didn't listen to you." She was like, "You didn't listen to me."
She was basically a cat, and is what you're saying.
She was the cat dog.
Yes.
All right, this is working a lot better than my other skirt. I don't want to jinx it, but
You better knock on wood immediately.
knock on laminate, wood particle board, concrete, anything that's available. I changed up the thread, I changed up the tension, and it seems to be doing a little better.
Always good.
We'll see. I have a big span to be able to like to have to ruffle here.
Doggy diapers. He needs a belly band is what he needs. Honestly, he's fine. If like if I'm around and I let him out, he's fine. But if he thinks he's home alone, that's when the problem happens. So like if I come down here to work and I hear him howling upstairs, that means he's
It's
forgotten that
done.
I am still in the house and he's gonna pee on something. So
He's really cute.
he is
It's
rather
it's
he
not like
desperately needs a haircut right now. He looks like a mop. But he's an adorable little boy. And he's
we
constantly
yeah.
attached to me.
I bet you Cubby's out here. I should probably go see. John was
Oh
out
yeah.
here earlier reading studies, so we'll see.
Does he read anything for
Cubby,
fun? Or does he just read medical studies
he builds motorcycles.
for fun? That's his funsies.
Yeah. Cubby is not there. I'm all alone.
You're not. You have the whole internet with you.
Oh yes, the internet's here. Never mind. I'm not alone. We tried doggy diapers. Our dog was deeply offended.
The time
I was
I
kind of
tried doggy
offended too.
diapers with a dog, she would poop in them. And you cannot just
Oh,
like baby wipe that up. You're washing the whole dog. Like, it was
oh
not good.
no. I have such
This
an
was also a
imaginative
dog. This is also a dog that was like dying, and you're just like trying to keep him alive as long as possible. Because you don't want to
and
kill a
like
dog because
feeling
they've like
comfortable
lost
and you're like,
control. Yeah.
oh my God.
Catherine's fighting with the settings. Yeah, I can see that would be challenging and not
Oh
fun.
yeah. We all struggle with that from time to time with
For
tension
sure.
settings. I think that was my problem when I was trying to do ruffles before.
Well, you kind of have to like throw the stitch length all the way up.
You have to throw that up, but you also have to like loosen the tension. Otherwise, it wants to like
I've not had
naturally
that
ruffle
problem.
it.
Well, yeah, and I just let it happen.
But I was having broken thread when I was pulling because it was like
Too tight.
too too looped into the, you know,
Yeah,
back thread or the top thread or whatever.
makes sense. So does your dress have a zipper or no?
No.
Have you tried it on
We
over your head to make sure it goes over?
yes. Yes, definitely.
Key
I
moment right here, let me
yeah,
tell you.
that's why I made the other one was to make sure that it was like completely able to come over to my body.
When you have swimmer shoulders and big boobs, this is a key consideration that I've had many times over the years.
All right,
Uh,
I have a skirt. We'll see if I can,
Ooh,
you know,
you know what I should
doesn't
do
look
with
like much.
all my spare time tomorrow? I should go
Clean
to
your
the gym.
refrigerator out.
Forget that. What actually, my goal for this week is to finally put away the Christmas decorations because I still have two nativity sets out. Not one, two.
It's almost time to put them back up again.
An entire Dickens village and a
Okay.
bunch of Jim Shore Santas
I love
that are
that for
currently
you
on my
though.
bookshelf. And then I can make my bookshelf look pretty. But really, what I think I should do is I should go to the gym and I should listen to an audiobook instead of
You're
fuss
like,
around with my own. I was actually kind of concerned because I have not really been to the gym much since Easter. I kind of got off track. And I was like, oh, everything's fitting right, but then you're like scared to get on the scale because you're just not
yes,
so sure. Like, did I blow this? I had
right.
put like 5 pounds back on over Easter from raiding the kids' Easter baskets. I lost it without even trying. I'm like back down to where I was pre-Easter when I like took a pause on things. So
Nice.
I was like, this is the most wonderful surprise that I
Can't be
have
easy.
ever
It's
had.
because you left your nativity scenes up.
I think it's because Stephanie's anxiety has been having a fun time
Yeah, that
since
might
I
be a
went full
thing.
time. I'm sure that's what's really happening.
It does
Christmas in
taste
July.
different.
It is almost time for Christmas in July. This is accurate. I'm working on a Christmas quilt right now, actually. But
I know we got Halloween in June
yep.
and Christmas in July.
May is typically when the Halloween fabrics start coming out.
But I have a baby quilt to make. I always have a baby quilt to
I do
make, it
too.
seems.
I've got to actually do that. This
I
babysitting
really want to
thing
make a little
soonish.
I Spy quilt, but I'm not sure I have enough smaller fussies for it. So,
An I Spy out of Tula would be super fun.
well, I kind of did that. I did remember that one that I did on retreat where I did all
Yeah.
the animals and I fussy cut all those animals for it. So that's
Oh, the
kind of,
smaller,
but
not the big
yeah,
ones, like the small ones.
smaller. I don't know if I have the
Who
time for that. I think I have enough time to quilt something, but I don't necessarily have enough time to make the something. So I might buy a panel.
that could work? I have a Mickey Mouse quilt kit that's a panel that I could just send you that I'm probably never gonna make.
That's really tempting.
Never. I bought it when Angela was in the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, and we are well beyond that stage. She just turned 11.
You're closer to her having a kid in Mickey Mouse
Exactly.
Clubhouse. Ugh.
Exactly. I don't want to think about that. I want 20 years, maybe 19. I think she should have a fully developed frontal lobe before she has a child. This is just my thought.
It just seems like unnecessary evil.
I literally had this conversation in the coffee shop. We were talking about how long I'd been married. And I was like, yeah, I didn't have a fully developed frontal lobe when I got married. And it is like, I'm really lucky that that worked out for me because,
Same.
yeah, like I was not a fully formed person when I decided I was going to join my life to somebody for the rest of my
Yeah, and
life.
that's when we're making all our big decisions, right?
I know, right?
You look
Oh,
tired,
goodness.
dude.
I
Do you
am
need to
tired.
go?
Might need to go. Did you get done what you need to get done?
I have a ruffle on a skirt. I have to
Okay.
attach a top to a skirt at some point, but maybe not right now.
Well, I will
I know this is early for
call you
us,
at some
but
point.
like
It
we have,
is.
it's
We've had a
been
day.
what we
I've
call
been up since
Maycember.
4. I've been up to 4:30 this morning too, and it was a day. So
Yeah, we've been calling
we're
this
not
Maycember because
we're
we
not
just
going to
had
go
so
in
much.
to why it was a day, but it was a day. So
It was a day.
it was a day. I had to
And
call
just the
Chantel and
month
be
has been
like,
a thing.
yes, I'm glad it's over.
It is so close. And I have an anniversary tomorrow, so I
You
would
do.
like to get up and
So go to bed.
possibly consider making eggs before he makes breakfast because I never
Maybe
cook
maybe
ever.
shave your legs, all the good things.
Oh, fuck. Sorry. Yeah, I should have considered that. I am like,
You got a forest going there.
I might have to take a shower and yeah, consider myself. That would probably be a good thing to do tonight.
They would probably appreciate it if you like cleaned
Probably
yourself up just a little bit. Just a little bit. Put in a little bit of
just a little
effort.
bit. I mean, I swam today. It's kind of like a bath, but I have to admit that I like the tip of shaving the legs. That's a good one.
So
This is what I need to know at 17 years.
this is how I know that you are not Italian. Because if I don't do it like every
No,
2 to 3
I'm like you
days,
on day 2.
yeah,
Not even.
yeah, I'm hairy beast. I literally wax my arms because it's so bad.
It's wild.
It's wild. Anyway. Alrighty. Peace out.
Okay. We're going to go for the night, but we
I
shall
love
see
you.
y'all next week. I know it was
Yes,
a short one, but
it was.
we're
Had a
toast.
day. I've been up since 4:30. We're gonna go to bed now.
We're going to go to bed now. You go to bed
Love
too.
you.